Yeah, so let's check this video out.
They missed the boat. The cruise ship that you see way out there sailed away, stranding 8 passengers on a tiny island off the coast of Africa. Jill and Jay Campbell, who live in North Carolina, found themselves left behind on the island. They were on an excursion to tiny Sao Tome off the coast of Gabon. They did not get back to the Norwegian Dawn in time. Rob Campbell is Jay's brother.
They knew they were running late and they called ahead and tried to communicate with the ship. And once they got there, the last tender had left.
Local authorities pitched in to help. The passengers, including an elderly woman, were loaded onto a boat that took them to meet the link-up with the Norwegian Dawn. You can see it was quite an effort. But get this, the cruise ship captain still refused to let them on board.
Can you describe for me how Jay and Jill felt when they saw that cruise ship leaving the port without them?
Well, I think it was a little bit of disbelief on their part with everything they had tried in good faith to get back on the boat.
Norwegian Cruise Line says in a statement, while this is a very unfortunate situation, guests are responsible for ensuring they return to the ship at the published time, which is communicated broadly over the ship's intercom, in the daily communication, and posted just before exiting the vessel.
We've actually seen this happen before. Cruise lines generally have zero tolerance for late passengers who fail to get back on time before the ship sails away.
This woman, Julie Linkoff, was also left behind along with the Campbells, and her family is not happy with Norwegian Cruise Lines.
Norwegian should be bending over backwards to help these people, and they're absolutely ignoring them.
All right, now, so that's what we're going with. Following the rules too rigidly. If y'all know what that word means, rigidly means strict, by the book. Now, if you have any sense of accountability, you're not gonna have a problem with that. What really got me was the son-in-law of one of the Campbells. They should really be bending over for those people. First off, Captain Foolery, they are bending over backwards for those people. You guys may not have seen it because I didn't play the whole clip, but the cruise line is actually reimbursing those people for the money that they had to spend to get back to the cruise ship. Now, if I owned a cruise line, I wouldn't have gave them a cent because one, they should have known. They should have known not to take an excursion to a whole different country if that shit wasn't docked there for the night. It's different. The ship docked there for the night. You got all the time in the world to get back to this ship. But they knew this ship was leaving. They were on a 21-day cruise. So that means the ship is not going to be nowhere. The ship is not going to be but the ship is not going to dock anywhere for a long time. It's going to get to the place, leave, and move on to the next spot. Move on to the next spot and move on to the next spot. Now, I'm sure that the ship has a place where it would dock for the night, probably. But apparently, that port won't it. So, the fact that you got 8 fools stranded after the cruise ship left, I wouldn't even say they were stranded. They chose to be there. They weren't stranded. They chose to be there. Now, I don't see an issue we have to go on with excursions outside the cruise line because my wife and I did the same thing. But we made sure that we knew the time that the ship was leaving and we knew the cutoff time to get back on that ship. We ain't play around. We were on that ship 2-3 hours ahead of time. We ain't play around with that. And we also, made sure the excursion wasn't too long. We don't play around with stuff like that. Now, if the ship is docked overnight, that's a different story. That's a whole total different story. But the nerve of those people, it's really teeth grinding. Talking about the gnashing of the teeth. It's very distasteful. I really wanted to call those people idiots, but for lack of a better word, I had to say fools. The fact that they really believed that captain should have turned around and got those people. 8 people. You probably got like 2,000 people on the ship, So you gotta ruin 1,800 people or 2,000 people vacation to turn around. And not to mention that, All that work they gotta do to get that ship to turn around, all that work they gotta do to dock that ship and tie it up and do all that stuff, man, it takes a while for the people to do all that. That's hard work. For 8 people that decided to be real ignorant and not be on that ship by the time it was time to go. Come on now. Ain't that how we do, God? We do what we want, what we want, how we want, but then we ask God to bless us, right? That's retarded. I mean, I'm gonna be transparent. God just fussed at me the other night for doing what I want to do, how I want to do it, when I want to do it. Come on now. We really need to do better. It's pride. We need to stop that crap and clean up our life. God knows I'm going to clean up my life. I want to clean up my life. Not even because I just want blessings, because I just want to clean up my life. But hey, that's me.